Well, I thought it was an electric night. My ears are ringing. It was very loud in there tonight, and our fans did great, and they got a great show tonight. I mean, it was some great volleyball. We made a great comeback in Game 2, and it's pretty good effort on our part. We really hung in there, even though we really played. We struggled at times with missing serves and passing, but thought we really weathered the storms and found a way to play great, especially at the end of games.
I think Lexi used the word attack several times during her, we met with her, so the message was received from your message. Were you pleased with how well they attacked tonight?
Yeah, and again, I think the most pleasing was that when it didn't go right, we came back and attacked instead of getting soft, and that's something we've been working on. But it's a little easier to do that when you're playing a team like Penn State, because, I mean, it's a great team. They got great players, and so we know we have to do that, as opposed to, I think, some other teams sometimes we're playing, we expect to crush them, or we're expected to win. So I think this group gets a little bit tentative. So. And these guys are really physical, which they know they've got to be really disciplined and do the right things. They're going to pay for it. And but again, it was a really good effort on our part.
What's Merritt meant to this team with her production and her consistency when you have some areas where you're not consistent night to night?
Yeah, I mean, we created a role for her where she just basically has a hit, block, and serve and play defense. We haven't really put her in passing very much. So, she's doing a great job with all those skills. But I think her greatest contribution is her leadership. I mean, her and Lexi are amazing leaders. They keep everybody calm. They keep the younger players going through this. They're just talking to them on those timeouts and on the court. And I think that's her greatest strength.
What was more impressive, the start of the first set or the rally to come back in the second set?
That's a great question. Both were impressive. And, and again, we did start off, we played pretty flawless volleyball there for several points. But I think grinding back in Game 2 was probably more impressive because we were down like that against Michigan State and got beat 25-6 or 16, and we were down pretty far and found a way to get back and get it close, and then played great at the end of Game 2 and got the crowd into it and made plays, and so that was a big step for us. We've had other comebacks, but against a team like Penn State, that's a really great comeback.
So I was watching you on the sideline during that set, and it seemed like you were going through it, the body language. I mean, so I'm curious, where does your mind go in a set like that, where start off wrong and then slowly chipping away? Where does your mind go?
Just like they were trying to win the next point. Trying to win the next point, make that game go as long as we can. And, my mind was, hey, Harper was struggling a little bit, so I threw Hayden in there, had Allie ready to go. So just try to, settle things down a little bit, maybe give somebody gave Harper a break, and but just try to win the next point.
How do you think Harper responded after?
Great, really good.
What did she do differently after that?
She just started playing. She got more aggressive. She started passing better, and she had some huge kills, especially in Game 3. Those are some tough plays, and she found a way to, go high off the block. That is a really hard thing to do. So she stepped up, and I kept telling her, you're going to have to make a couple plays here for us to win this, and like how she responded.
Anything else?
How do you think Lindsay bounced back today?
Awesome. There was no doubt in my mind that I wanted to start her today, because I just there's always a jinx. You follow it. Whoever gets Big Ten Player of the Week, you watch the next match. They don't play very well. So the jinx was lifted last night. So, but I knew she would respond, and I just had a really good gut feeling from her that she would do that. And again, when she brings that fire and kills balls, and she had a couple of huge blocks tonight, served really well. I mean, it just raises the level of our team so much.
How big was, I mean, you missed, I think, 4 or 5 serves to start that second set before Lindsay finally got there, got one in and got
Yeah.
the places. How big was that to kind of turn that tide and get off that snide?
That was huge. And yeah, she made a run. I'm trying to think who else made a run. Do you remember? We made a couple runs there. I think Lexi had a run. Yeah. And Kennedy. I think Kennedy almost had a run every time she was in. We had a chance to score we either ran a couple points or had really good chances to score points. She had a great weekend serving. She'll probably statistically in our system would be our highest serving, best server. She was last night. And I bet you for the weekend she probably ends up that way. So again, we're asking her to be a game changer, and she's doing a heck of a job.
Lexi had 12 digs in the first set alone. What kind of effort is that? What kind of impact did she have?
Yeah, how many? And Jess Merzak had 26 swings, so it was out of system, hit at Lexi, out of system, hit at Lexi, and then she would try to tool line. Just was a lot of happened going Lexi's way. And how many total digs does she have? Only 18. Wow. So yeah, looks like they made some adjustments and not started hitting to her, but yeah, she was in the right spot. And we told her, just kind of turned her loose tonight, told her to read. And there was one time they cut it really sharp, and she was just standing at the 10-foot line waiting for it. I mean, you can't coach that stuff.
What was Penn State doing that kind of limited the impact of your middles?
I think it was their serving. So we had a hard time. We were passing a lot of balls low and off, and it's just really hard to set middle. And but we got game 3. We got it going a little bit. Andy had a huge kill. Bucket had a huge kill, and and they've got. I mean, those are 2 all-conference middles we're going against.
Given how well Penn State was serving, you didn't give up any aces. I mean,
I know.
Is that an accomplishment?
It's huge. That's a great effort on our part. And it's our mindset's never to get aced. Fight and get it up. And there was a couple of really tough serves, and we just found a way to get it up. Or somebody got it up, and then somebody came and got it higher to set it or something that didn't go to the setter. So that's all effort, mindset.